What's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here doing another Marvel Select figure review on the Marvel Select Iron Man 3 Mark 42 Iron Man figure. Gotta give a big thanks to Marvelous News for hooking me up with this figure. In case you didn't already know, Marvelous News is the #1 source for all your Marvel related news, so check them out. Link is in the description below. I actually picked this guy up at my local comic book store, Coastside Comics, in case you never heard of it. Coastside Comics. Yeah, and this guy costs just about 25 bucks. Not too bad. We get a nice amount of accessories and everything. And if you don't have a comic book store close by, you can pick him up at Big Bad Toy Store.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So yeah, I really like this figure. I think the accessories are pretty cool. He comes with interchangeable hands, and he comes with a Tony Stark face, and he comes with a pretty cool base. So yeah, let's take a closer look at this figure. So this guy was sculpted by Gentle Giant Studios, and I think they did a great job. Gentle Giant has also done a bunch of stuff for Marvel Legends as well, and I think this came out very, very nice. I really do like the paint scheme on it. I think it is more movie accurate than the Hasbro Mark 42, which I don't have with me at the moment. I had lent it to Jerry and Nightmare, but you know, I'm going to try to do a screenshot here so you can see a comparison between the red and gold between the two figures. Paint definitely does have more of that beige kind of color in it, and I really like this rich red. Very, very nice color red. We also get some gunmetalish kind of silver right here in some of these joints, which looks pretty cool. And right there they have some sculpting in there that looks pretty nice. There's some more of that on the arm right there. So some nice paint work on there. I wish there was more sculpting in these ball joints on his hips though. I think that could have used some more sculpting, and I also feel like the ball joints on the hips make him look like he kind of has bitch hips. You know what I mean? It makes it look, you know, just a little wide, you know, for my liking. He does come with two sets of hands, so he has the fisted hands and he has the open palm hands right there. There's a side shot of the figure. I think that weird blotch of red paint right there on the ankle is a little weird, but not a big deal. Looks very, very cool, and they got the one finger painted right there. You can see they still have the repulsor inside the other hand. Very cool. And here we go with a shot of the back of the figure. And there you go. You got some more sculpting on those ball joints right there, but not on the front of them. And nice sculpting in the knee joints right there. Pretty cool. Not a whole lot going on at the bottom of the feet, but he does have peg holes. Here's a closer look at the open palm hands. Not too bad. And then you just remove them by pulling this out. And this piece right here, this part is a little bit more flexible, so it doesn't really hinder the articulation. Then here's the fisted hand, and then just put it right in there. One thing, when you first use these joints, you kind of gotta crack them in. I don't know if you could hear that sound. It kind of wears the paint a little bit, but the plastic color they chose isn't too bad. But you could kind of notice it right there, the difference between the paint and the plastic. So to get the Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt, you just pop this right off, and you can see how that looks. And we get a very sad looking Tony Stark on here. And there's Tony Stark. Doesn't look too bad. It looks like Robert Downey Jr. To be honest with you, I'm not really going to pose my figure like this. When I saw the pictures of it, I thought it was going to be a removable faceplate, but, you know, comparison to the Mark 42 head, I do think the actual Iron Man helmet is a little bit smaller than this one, but, no big deal. I have to say, comparing this Mark 42 to the Mark 6 Tony Stark face, yeah, much improvement right here with the Mark 42. This definitely looks a lot more like Robert Downey Jr. to me than this guy down here. I mean, this is just kind of, now that I look at this, it's kind of silly looking, you know, but this one really, actually, you know, pretty good improvement. So the articulation for this guy is actually pretty good. You can't tilt his head up, you just gotta be careful that you don't pop it all the way off. I like to half it on there so that it looks like he's looking up a little bit more, so it's not totally on the peg, but he can look up that much, which isn't too bad. And squeeze it all the way on there. He looks down pretty damn far. He looks left to right, and you could kind of wiggle it left to right like this too. I don't know, like he's confused, you know what I mean? He has these hinges right here on the pads, and he has ball jointed shoulders that move upward and forward, and he has a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow that doesn't quite meet 90 degrees. His wrists can move side to side, and you can move them up and down. Like I said, this piece is, you know, more pliable, so you could bend it upward. He has a decent diaphragm joint. You could tilt this away. You can tilt it forward a bit. I wish you could lean back a little bit more, but, you know, you could still get him in there. That goes again. You could still get him in a decent flying pose. It's kind of tricky. Not the greatest, to be honest with you. It rotates side to side. He has his bitch hip joints that move all the way out like so. They move forward quite a bit. Upper thigh rotation over here. Double jointed knees And yeah, so he bends pretty well like so. It's not too bad. His ankles move downward just a little bit. They move upward a bit, and he does have the ankle pivot. Oh, I love seeing this ankle pivot on Marvel Select figures. It's just fantastic. And Iron Man comes with this base, which is basically, you know, his armor's docking bay, which is pretty cool. I would love to have at least like 7 or 8 of these. It'd be so cool to have a bunch of them. You could get your movie Iron Man armory together for your 6-inch or 7-inch scale figures. You know, not a whole lot going on right here, but it does look cool. It's got this grayish, silver, gunmetalish kind of color. It's somewhat reflective. Pretty nice. When you open it up, it comes in 4 pieces, so you want to put the bottom piece and the back piece together first, and then push the sides together, and there you go. So this guy does stand, I want to say, about 7.5 inches tall. So yeah, definitely not a 6-inch scale figure. You're looking at a 7-inch scale figure. And here he is compared to the Marvel Select Mark 6 Iron Man, which, yeah, 42 is quite a bit taller, just a lot taller than I thought he would be. And because I did not have my Hasbro Mark 42 Iron Man, here he is next to the modular Iron Man, which were about the same height if I remember correctly, so you can see how much taller he is than this guy. I have to say, overall, I'm impressed with this figure. I do like it. I think it's very cool. I really like the paint scheme overall more than anything else. But if I had to make the choice whether to keep the Hasbro Mark 42 or this guy, I'd have to go with the Hasbro one, to be honest with you. That one just has a bit more of a fun factor in it, and even though this guy's very posable, so if you're anxious and you don't want to wait until that Hasbro one comes out, because it's starting to creep around but it's not widespread yet, then yeah, go ahead and pick this guy up. Or if you're just a huge Iron Man fan and you just have to have all Iron Man figures in the world, kind of like how I do right now, then go ahead and get him. I hope you guys liked my review. Make sure you check out marvelousnews.com. Link is in the description below. Thank you so much, you guys, and I will catch you later. Peace. His head does move up. Okay. Damn it.